First tip for kind of maintaining something in the way of innovative thinking is, and not everybody loves this one, but killing projects or creating a stop doing list. If this isn't working and hasn't worked for months, if not years, and it's bringing zero value, stop doing it. Right? I have to do this consistently on marketing where we're putting out articles on Medium or we're doing pulse articles on LinkedIn. Zero organic traffic, zero conversions, nothing in the way of engagement. And we've been doing it for 3 or 4 months and nothing has changed. It's a long enough time for me to get the impression that this ain't working. So quit doing it. And you'd be surprised how easy it is to create a stop doing list. So that's number one. Number two is don't hire people that are just like you. I can't tell you how difficult it is. I feel like salespeople do this a lot where they're like, hey, he's like me, he almost looks like me. And it never works out. It's just this crazy thing. You have to bring in sometimes radical outsiders to change the perspective. There's this great example of John Crowley. John Crowley was basically a guy that spent 20 years in the finance sector. And his daughter was born with a genetic disability that was essentially it was a neurogenic disease. So she was going to die in a matter of years. So he quit his job in finance and started a bio company and basically found all the people that were working within the bio industry to solve genetic disorders, brought them into one place, raised capital to keep them working, basically cured the disease within 3 years and sold off the company within 5 for $135 million. I don't have that money sitting in the bank, but I mean, more power to them. The idea is radical outsiders provide way different solutions than what normally would happen. This is why I do well when I go into agencies. They're like, how did you do this? I'm like, because I'm not like you guys. Like, there's a difference. So yeah, I would say radical outsiders are cool, and it's good to be able to work with that. I do think that the last one is kind of this touchy-feely one, but it's finding motivation. So of course, for innovation, motivation can be everything. It's the difference between staying late, getting work done in order to outlast the competition or beat them at scale very quickly, because the reason that a lot of these people get into the game, especially if they're working with outside startups, is because they got into it because they wanted to solve a massive problem or they believed in this concept from the beginning. And that's hard to find. Everybody has different motivations. When I was younger, and I think a lot of people are fresh out of school, it's all about money, right? I want to make the most money so I can buy fancy shit, and I want a nice car and vacations and all that stuff. Once you get a little further in your career and you realize, cool, they can pay me a lot of money, but if I'm fucking miserable and I hate my job, I'm not gonna be here very long. So the idea is maybe the motivation is I wanna work on cool shit, that's mine. Some people need accolades on a regular basis, meaning you've done a great job today. I really am inspired by your work. Keep going, great job. Here's a gold star, like some people need that, and that's important. And then the last one is security, right? Knowing that you have this job tomorrow, next month, next year, because you're part of a team, you're part of a family. That last one's really difficult to guarantee these days, but it does mean something to a lot of people. So finding what it is that inspires or keeps people motivated is super difficult because you actually have to talk to them like human beings. And it's difficult to do that on a one-on-one level if you're a director of a department that has 250 people, but that's your fucking job, right? Like if you're not doing that, then what is it that you're actually up to? I don't fully understand. So you have to create that culture internally, and you have to make sure that you're nurturing these people, because the hardest thing to deal with is brain drain, or when people leave and you have to find new resources and ramp people up. They have no idea how much energy that actually takes. Motivation is super important.